Hi, everyone. I am Carrie Little, your digital marketing and analytics expert. I am also the designated managing broker and co-owner of CarMarc Realty Group. And I want to talk about the real estate market today. And should I sell my house? Even we're having the conversation about our house. Should I sell my house now? I mean, the market is really hot right now. So here we go. So again, I am Carrie Little. I happen to own CarMarc Realty Group. I've been in the industry since 2001 as a licensee, but I used to work for a builder in 1997. So I've been kind of playing in the real estate sandbox for a minute. I used to work for one of the largest commercial holders. When you drive by, your kids say fries. And I used to edit television for a living. So, I have a huge background, but real estate is really my niche and the numbers. So let's get into it. So, even when I talk to the agents in the office, even as a newer agent, back in the early 2000s, you really had to know data. And now you really want to know the data. So when we talk about buyer's market or seller's market, when you hear the words month supply is the number of months it takes to sell off the current inventory. So if you're in a market where inventory is taking over 6 months to sell a house, you're in a buyer's market. Now we could argue 5 months or more, but we typically would say anywhere between 4, 5, and 6 months. You could be in a stable market, but once you get closer to that 6 months to sell off all of the inventory, assuming nothing else comes on the market, perfect real estate world, you're in a buyer's market. So, and we talk about stable, meaning there's a win-win. 4, 5, 6 months, there could be a win-win between buyers and sellers. Now, in our industry, we love everyone to win, but right now we are in a true seller's market. And sometimes the month supply is way under 3 months or less. So should you sell your house now? So here's some questions you might want to ask. Are you in a seller's market? If you say yes, something to think about. Have the sales prices gone up significantly in your area? And did you buy at a great price? Did you purchase lower than what they're selling for today? If you said yes to all three, it's something you might want to consider. So what I did is I pulled Lombard, Illinois. I pulled a few cities, but specifically Lombard, just to give you an idea of what's happening in the market. So when you look at this report at the top, you have detached townhouse condo. So in Lombard, median sales prices have gone up for a single family detached home when you compare it to 2021. And the same thing for a townhouse and a condo. So median sales prices have been going up for the last 3 years. And this is 12 months worth of data. I'm sorry, inventory. No, median sales prices. What am I saying? This is the truth in looking at data all day. So median sales prices have gone up. The other thing you want to look at is if median sales prices have gone up over the last 3 years, let's look at the inventory. So when you look at inventory in Lombard, when we look at detached, is down compared to 2021. But if you look at 22 compared to 2020, like that's, almost half of the number of properties. Now, when you look at townhouses, so there aren't as many townhouses and condos in Lombard. Typically, if we're selling a property in Lombard, it's probably going to be a single family detached homes. But this shows you that inventory is low. Now, condos may have gone up in 2021, but there's less inventory today compared to 2020. So inventory is low. Now, if you look at Lombard back in 2008, so when you look at this trend, 2008, this is when we started to see a dip in prices and there was more inventory on the market. So when you look at this, the bottom of the market in Lombard, was somewhere, let's say around 2011 to maybe getting into 2014. So if you purchased a home at the bottom of the market, you might be a strong yes to sell your house, assuming you didn't pull cash out to fix things, right? When you look at West Chicago, the same. if you purchase, now, first of all, even if you purchased in 2008, prices are higher today than even 2008. So you might be a strong yes. Now look at Broadview, same thing. Now there was a true bottom in Broadview. It was like 2013. And now if I even look at South Holland, like there was a bottom for like several months, like 2010 through like getting closer to 2014. So no matter what city you're in, if you answered yes to at least two of those three questions, we probably need to have a conversation. You can text or even a direct message or an email. There's no obligation, but it might be worth the conversation. And what's funny, I mean, this is not funny to some of us. My husband was like, Carrie, I sold our house. I'm like, you did what? He's like, we're moving into an RV. I'm like, I'm not moving into an RV, but I might consider a tiny house. Now, I say this because, you know, we bought our house in a market where it was in inventory. There was inventory, but we bought a short sale and we bought at a great price. And if we were to sell today, I mean, we would make more than we probably could have ever made like 3 years ago. Like, who would have thought that the market that we're in today, people could sell their houses this way? Now, I remember that it was kind of like this in 2001, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You know, everybody could buy a house. You know, if you could breathe, you could buy a house. We were trying to figure it out. Right now, a lot of people can buy. You know, interest rates are extremely low in November of 2021. They're still below 5% as of today, which is March 26, 2022. But I would always say you want to talk to your lender. That's not my expertise, but we're still below 5. And I remember when I purchased my first townhouse in 1997, I had an ARM. And so I bought at 5%, but it was expected to go up to 7. To me, that was still a great deal because when I bought under $130,000, you know, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, full basement, living room, dining room, eating kitchen, and a 2-car garage. Like I was doing great. So it really depends on where the buyer is today, but inventory is low. So again, if you answered yes to at least 3 of these questions, this is what's happening in our market. And I just wrote 2 offers for our team, and none of the offers were accepted. Every one of those properties was in a multiple offer scenario. So yes, buyers have to come in strong. They're coming in with cash. They're coming in with money. We're like, where's everybody finding this money? Like, people are finding money we didn't know they had. Buyers are coming in fully underwritten, which means it's almost like cash. They need a house, an inspection, and an appraisal, maybe a few other things, but fully underwritten, meaning that the paperwork, the loan officer physically kind of gave the paperwork to the underwriter. They looked at all of their documents and they're like, yeah, this person's great. They can buy. We just need a house. So yeah, you're still going to talk to a loan officer. So if you're in that position, buyers are competing for houses. So again, if that was a strong yes, we need to have a conversation or with someone on our team. Now, if you're just like, you know, Carrie, I just kind of want to find out what's happening near my home, you can scan this QR code, or you can go to bit.ly, list with CarMarc, pronounced CarMarc Realty Group. List with is Carrie and Mark. So list with CarMarc. So again, you can grab your mobile device, just like going to the restaurant, right? You know, the pandemic, so it changed everything. Who needs a menu? You can scan the QR code. If you don't want to scan the QR code, simply go to that website. And if you put in your address, give me your name and email, we will send you a quick market report. Again, no obligation, but if you do want to have a conversation, you can. So, you know, you can have a conversation with the team lead, which is Mark, Miyako, property specialist, and our office manager, or me. They're faster than me. I get to do the fun stuff. I get to talk to you on YouTube or Facebook. So again, have the maybe this is a really good time to have a conversation with your family. And again, scan the QR code or go to bit.ly, or you can reach out to someone on our team. We're a boutique brokerage. We have about 32 real estate agents, including myself, and we would love to help you have the conversation about maybe you should sell because the market's hot. So you can call our office, you can send Mark a text, you can email Mark, I am Carrie at CarMarcRealty.com, or you can shoot an email over to Tally. So we would love to have the conversation. Thank you for taking a few minutes with me here on YouTube. If you have questions, you can type them in here on YouTube and we'll get a pop-up and we will have a conversation with you.